Hopefully not. Hi, everybody. This is Gail. Welcome to our live stream. This is Valentine's Day weekend. It's also President's Day weekend. And it's also a weekend where we get joined by Laurel. She's going to be on the live stream with us, otherwise known as Candy the Wee Service Dog.
Yeah.
So,
Candy sleeping.
so we're also going to talk about some Valentine's Day last minute cheap date ideas that might be kind of fun. I hope anyway. These are ideas that my husband and I came up with for folks like him who wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
Although we did figure ours out yesterday.
Okay.
So not completely the last minute.
Okay.
Maybe.
Going all over the place.
And
too much snow and static electricity.
That'll do it.
That'll do it
for sure.
And that becomes an opposite way of seeing it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm trying to think of an idea that we did. I guess we had cake batter, and we didn't have any of the little cupcake liners, and this was before they thought about doing the cupcake in the cone. So we said, well, we were going to experiment, and we put them in the cupcake batter in a pie crust, but it was, what was it? What did we have? Graham cracker crust. We poured the cake mix into the pie crust, and it came out nice. So it was unusual tasting because, the cake batter was in the graham cracker crust, but we had fun that instead of, we didn't have any icing, so what did we use? Cool Whip. And that was our cheap Valentine's thing we did one year, because I think it was kind of a really bad winter, so we didn't have a whole lot of stuff on the cupboard, so that was our cheap idea. Cake mix in a graham cracker crust.
That sounds neat. We've got some folks in the chat room for me to say hi to.
Yes.
Okay. Chasing 28 Smith 12 is in. So hi, Chasing, and welcome. And we've got Maureen in, as well as Stellar Piper and Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man the Hero. So hi, you all. Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
We're going to be talking about Valentine's Day, cheap date ideas. I got some President's Day trivia, and Candy the Wee Service Dog is here. She's going to update us on how life is going for her. So, big night planned. Big night. It's going to be fun. So, do you want to give the update?
Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to stay on very long. Yeah, I won't be able to stay on very long. So I just want to say hi, everybody. I'm finally back into my apartment. It's been a whirlwind moving out for 3 weeks, moving back in. But I'm back. I moved back in Monday, but I'm slowly unpacking again. And so Candy and I have just been kind of taking cat naps off and on all week. And anyway, so I'm all moved back in. I'm a little sore. You can pray about, I have those who do pray. I have a little lump on my arm that's a little concerning, but I go to the doctor's on the 22nd. But I'm all back into my apartment. What they did was they took up all the carpeting and put vinyl flooring that looks like hardwood, and it's non-skid. They gutted my kitchen, new cabinets, big, huge stove. My refrigerator's not here yet, so I'm still using the old one. It's not really that old. It's only about 6 or 7 years old. But I will be getting a brand new refrigerator.
Oh, that'll be good.
I did not get the walk-in shower they promised because
Bummer.
They knew there was 44 units in the building that were handicap designed. There's 183 apartments, but there's 4 on each floor that are specifically for handicapped people. Their solution is I'm supposed to be on a waiting list. I'm supposed to be at the top of the waiting list to move in a unit, but that's dependent on if somebody's health declines and they have to move up to an assisted living or nursing home, if they pass away, if they move to another city. So then people rarely move out of here. So that's not much of an option. So I told them, just take me off the list. I don't want to live out of boxes because I was going to stay in boxes from now until whenever. It could be 6 months, a year, 2 years. I wasn't going to live like that. So I declined their offer, and hopefully maybe they'll in the future do the walk-in shower. I did get a brand new commode. It's one of those ones that, what do they call it, the low water thing. It doesn't fill up much water, but it actually flushes really well. So
good.
It saves them money, and it actually is easier to keep clean. I didn't get a new vanity in the bathroom, but they gave me the new faucet, and then they put the whole new drain, including the little thing that catches, like hair and lint and all that. And then they did all new piping underneath that. So
wow.
I got the new faucet and the new drain system. They did put a new shower head. It's still a handheld one, but it's brand new. And they did some other updating stuff. They painted and plastered they plastered the walls and then painted them. What else did they do?
That's like being in a completely brand new home, not just remodeled.
And they did do a whole new heating and cooling system. It runs really quiet, and get this, it's run by a Bluetooth. So we have a Bluetooth mount on the bedroom wall, and we can adjust.
Oh wow!
We can adjust, and we can have the
That's swanky.
Well, you can have the air conditioning all year long, or the heat all year long. So it's whatever you need. Because some people in the winter actually do need the air conditioning. It's cool air to breathe at night, and vice versa. Sometimes people are cold in the summer, so they got it set up like that. And you can have it on auto, which it has its own brain that when to turn it on and off. You can put it on high, which stays high all the time, or low. So you can adjust it however you want. So those are the things they did. So I'm just glad I'm back home. But like I said, I'll be watching tonight. I just won't be able to participate. But any of you that I have on Messenger, I'll be sure to, you can send me a message sometime during the week. I would love the encouragement. So
okay.
So
I'm lots of messages.
Yeah, so I just want to tell everybody thanks for keeping me motivated. And so, like I said, I'm going to get back to organizing because Candy's a little bit upset. I got the bedroom not the way she wants. So I've got every time I unpack some, she goes and sniffs it, runs to me and looks at me and like, so now where are you going to put this? Because I'm changing where things belong. So she's giving me this dirty look. Okay, now where are you going to put this dresser? Oh, well, now where are you going to put this basket? So she's, wanting to make sure it meets her approval of where I'm putting. So like I moved this one thing and she didn't like it there, and she kept sticking her nose. She kept nose bumping it because she wanted to move. She wanted to move this bag that's as big as her. And I said, here, fine, I will move it back to where you're used to seeing it. And then she left it alone. But she kept going over there, nose bumping it, and then looking on me. And I'm sitting in my chair, and she can reach up, and she will tap my leg and then nose bump the bed like, hey, look at this bag, lady. I don't want it here.
Aw.
So yeah, so I got to get this done before the night is over. But I'll be watching and just let everybody know that I'm here, but I'm not here. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. So everybody have a great Valentine's and a great week.
You too, Laurel.
Okay,
Thanks for coming in, and
okay,
we'll see you next week then.
okay. Bye.
Bye. Well, yeah, I'm glad things are going great for Laurel. There we go. There we go. Yeah, she's going to be hanging around some in the chat room. It's just I think she's going to be listening more than anything. It sounds like so. Yeah, neat stuff for her, but do send her messages through the week to kind of keep her cheered up. So let's see. Let me go back through some of the chat room stuff here, and then we'll get into cheap date ideas for Valentine's Day. Okay, so I'm going to back up. Let's see. Oh, that's me. Hey, so everybody's saying hi to each other, which is great. I'm going to see if I can switch this. Nope. Okay. Just flipping through, trying to bring everybody up on the screen because sometimes the live stream plays and sometimes it doesn't. So I think I've said hi to everybody except hi, Gloria. How are you? Stellar, I think you nailed it. It is a big change for a little dog there. And Candy the Wee Service Dog, the channel is named for Laurel's dog because it's tiny. So, and her dog is a service dog, so not just your average dog. And Stellar is saying to give Candy a treat for her. So, Laurel, if you hear that, give her a treat. Yes, she is a sweet lady. And Stellar is asking Gloria if she got any of this polar vortex weather. So, and Gloria's in Chicago. So, yeah, I can imagine it's cold in Chicago. That's what she says. So, we're going to take her word for it. So, all right. So, we have some cheap date ideas for Valentine's Day. And I want you all to type your cheap date ideas in the comment section over here, and we can see if we share some suggestions and some tips. And then we'll have, let me bring it up. And let's see. I've got a trivia page. Let's see. We're going to talk about President's Day, and the trivia is coming here from the Seattle Times. So we got that. Oh, thank you, Candy. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We just got a super chat from Candy for $2, and all of the super chats and all of the Amazon commissions, those all go to my service dog account because I'm trying to get a new service dog. And yeah, so all of that really helps. So thank you, Candy. That's super amazing. So yeah. Oh, I can imagine, Gloria. I can just imagine. It's probably absolutely crazy cold. Fun story about somebody I know. Somebody I know didn't think he needed a cold weather jacket for Chicago. Used to being in the South where it's not so cold. Goes to Chicago, had absolutely refused to get himself a winter jacket. Got to Chicago and almost froze to death. So he said later that he was the first one at the mall when it opened. So can you believe that? So I don't want to say who it was, but that's the story. So anyway, funny story about Chicago. And we've been joined by Over 50 and Fantabulous. So, Over 50, thank you for coming in. Appreciate seeing you. We have been praying for you and your success with the channel, and that you would find your job. So, all right. So, here we are, cheap date ideas, and we're going to go from here. Y'all ready? We're going to say yes. Okay. And these are ideas that, like I said, could be done at the last minute because we put them together at the last minute. And since my notepad is green because I wasn't thinking about the live stream. Okay, Gloria, good night. Since I wasn't thinking about the live stream, my pad's green, so I'm going to hold this white piece of paper up over it. You are very welcome, Over 50, very welcome. And let's see. Oh, Stellar's saying that happened to a friend of hers from Southern California, came to D.C. for seminary. His now wife had to take him shopping for his first winter. I don't doubt it, because y'all had some pretty major storms, snowstorms when you were there. You are quite welcome, Over 50. Hey, we have Paulo in. Hi. How are you? Very good to see you. And Stiller's saying hi. So, all right. Our first last minute cheap date idea for Valentine's Day is to go to a nice restaurant, assuming your restaurants are open, okay? Go to a nice restaurant and share an appetizer or dessert. So not anything super expensive. Just share the dessert or share the appetizer, because a lot of restaurants have these really large desserts that you don't want to eat the whole thing of anyway. You want to share it. So want to get dressed up and go out and just share it. So that's an inexpensive idea there. Another one that we came up with is to take a walk in the park. But here's the romantic part, okay? Hold hands. So hold hands and just kind of stroll through the park. Kind of hum, just make it a nice little stroll and just kind of reconnect there while you're in the park. Number 3 that we have is to have a picnic at the park. You can always have a picnic. Now hopefully it's warm where you are. But have a picnic at the park, but make it romantic. So now, how are you going to make a picnic romantic at the park? I want to see y'all's ideas. So just throw them into the comment section over there. The ideas that we had to make a picnic really romantic is to bring a tablecloth and actual dishes and have those at the park. Actual glassware and so forth. Put it out on the table, put the tablecloth out really nice, and just have yourself just a nice little picnic there. It doesn't really matter so much what you necessarily have for the picnic. It's just a matter of connecting and kind of making it pretty. So, yeah, there you go. I may have a picture of one that my husband and I did. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to pull it up just to give you an idea what I'm talking about. And yes, my husband and I are crazy enough to actually do these things. So let me get that. Oh, and I'll go back to the chat in just a second here. Share the screen. Here we go. There you are. So just a nice little romantic picnic there. We have our actual dishes and silverware. Now, obviously, the drinks we have are just our regular drinks there in our Contigos. But it's just nice that we made it all pretty and kind of fancy. And the thing is, we couldn't find our tablecloth. So what you're looking at is actually a bath towel. But like, only we know that. And it just made for a nice afternoon picnic. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just to connect and spend time together. So, okay. We'll take that off. And let's see here. Going back to the chat room. Da-da-da-da-da. Candy says she wants to encourage anyone to send a super chat, any amount, even $1, as a Valentine's Day gift for Gail towards her service dog. Thank you, Candy. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all the gifts because all of the super chats are going to help me buy a service dog, and I appreciate it. My life has been really difficult since Tomlin passed away, and this will be a real help. And yeah, I don't get quite all of it. YouTube takes their portion. I'm not sure. I don't remember what that is. But anyway, every gift is appreciated. Stellar Piper is saying that Hubs and I did picnics pretty regularly before it got cold, and we went for a stroll on the nature trail. 10/10 would recommend. So, yeah, that's amazing. Speaking of amazing, thank you, Over 50 and Fantabulous. I appreciate that. You just heard me say where the funds are going, and I so really, really, really appreciate that. It's everything helps, and that's huge. So thank you very much for that. That's a super chat of $10 from Over 50 and Fantabulous. So thank you. And let's see. Thank you. And she says you're welcome. Okay. Pablo says, because my love is deployed and I'm in lockdown in London, we will not have the opportunity to be together. So I'm baking Valentine's cupcakes and sending her the pictures. Aw, that's so sweet. And what a neat idea, too. That's a neat idea. I'm sorry that you're in lockdown. That makes Valentine's Day really hard. So I actually have a couple of ideas for folks who are separated from their loved one right now, and for folks who are single. So that's a really neat idea, Pablo. I'm going to leave that up there for a minute so people can see it later. And then we've got, okay, Stellar saying that's so sweet. And she's also saying that she's sorry. So, yeah, there you go. I love that idea, though. Putting that back up here. Love that. So, Valentine's Day is about doing something different to be kind of intentionally romantic. I wanted to toss out an idea I had to just take something that you already have and just kind of decorate it up. So I have this stemware glass, and y'all, this came from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so we're not talking about big bucks here, but it's just a pretty glass. And I know I've talked about it before here and on Sunday nights, but I just took the dollar glass that I already had, because we need pretty things once in a while, and I just put a little bow on it. And that's all I did. But it made it kind of cutesy, kind of pretty. So take your regular stuff that you have and just do something and make it pretty. So that's another way for Valentine's Day. And Stellar's asking if they can Skype or anything. And Over 50 says blessings and be encouraged. And Paulo says, yep, we talk every time she has an opportunity. Good. Because just connecting with each other, that's the whole purpose of Valentine's Day, is to celebrate being a couple and to connect. So I'm really glad that you get to do that. And I'm sorry you're separated, but that is an amazing thing to do. Yeah, Stellar says that's important. Long distance relationships are difficult, but talking makes it easier. But part of the thing too is there are couples who are together who have been together for years. They're in the same household, but yet they never connect. They just don't take that time anymore. And that's what's sad. And I applaud you for taking time whenever she has a chance to talk and connect. Oh, you do? That is so cool. Lynn says she has this glass. There you go. Yeah, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to have something pretty these days. It's not like you're spending $50 on a fancy antique glass. And come on, we all deserve something pretty now and then, and especially at Valentine's Day. And I was saying thank you, so you're welcome. Just keep that up, okay? So the next thing I have is we talked about the tablecloth. The other thing is to have just a nice dinner at home. And it doesn't have to be steak and baked potatoes. Just get everything out, set the table really nicely, fold the napkin, fold your paper towel. There are a lot of really neat videos on how to fold a napkin. So you can apply that to a paper towel or a paper napkin, whatever you have, and just fold that and just make even your regular everyday table just pretty, So I've got an idea here, and I just kind of want to share it because it doesn't have to be complicated. If you have a piece of paper, cut out a heart and put that on the plate along with your folded napkin. And it makes it things like this. Okay, it's the small things, which really aren't, that makes life fun. And so you can put your cutout on the table, or your heart cut out on the table. And have you ever seen those little paper doilies? You can buy like 20 of them for $1 at the Dollar Tree kind of thing. Well, you can sort of make your own by taking your heart and cut it out just like you would a snowflake at school back in the day. Y'all remember how to do that, right? How to cut out your little snowflakes? Well, you can do something like that. Cut out your snowflake, and then you can put that underneath the glass. Of course, it's probably not going to be this big, but you can put that underneath your glass and just kind of pretty it up. And it's just a couple of sheets of paper. You can put a bow on, on your glass with any ribbon that you have. And that it's those little things, putting the silverware all in the right places, things like that. It's the thought. So doing those things can turn your everyday meal into something just kind of cute. Put a candle on the table if you have it. Aw, you have a great weekend. That's so awesome. Enjoy it. I hope you have a fabulous conversation. So, Stellar says, even when we were long distance, getting actual snail mail cards from my then fiance meant a lot, who she later married, hence then fiance. Yeah, even e-cards are great. Yeah, one of the things I was going to talk about here about just when you go to make your at-home average meal a date night for Valentine's Day is if you have a computer and printer, you have no excuse not to have a Valentine's Day card for the person you love, because you can create yourself a graphic and print it out on the computer write "I love you" in it, and have a really cute card for Valentine's Day. And you can put that on your table too. So that's kind of how to turn an in-home regular meal into a date night. And Stellar is saying no screens at the nice dinner. Absolutely. And let's see, which kind of goes into the next thing. If you're going to have your phone out and you're going to have the screen at the dinner, one of the things that you can do is to create a playlist of music. And if you don't have any money, I understand, everybody understands that right now, right? Then you can create a YouTube playlist and stream that on your phone while you're having dinner. It doesn't have to be complicated. And that, my dears, is a good way to occupy your phone so you won't even be tempted to reach over and grab it during dinner when you're trying to connect. And let's see, Stellar says, no lie, my office is decorated in Dollar Tree frames with printable art from Etsy. There you go. Yeah, and Stellar's saying, or a Spotify playlist. Absolutely. So that adds a touch of romance to your in-home date night, your cheap at-home date night. So even if you haven't prepared it all, those are some of the things that you can do. Also, you can stream a movie and have popcorn with it. The whole idea is to be intentional, to say, okay, this will be our date time. We are going to, at 8 p.m., we're going to stream and we are going to have our time together and have popcorn, and we're going to make that a date. You know, before the pandemic, a lot of us would sometimes go out to a movie theater and we would schedule a time, we would buy the ticket, we would go out to the theater, have our popcorn, and come home. So, why can't you do that at home? So, stream a movie, get something out of the $5 Walmart bin, and have your time. What do you all think? You know, toss in your suggestions and ideas down in the comment section. I've also got, go out to your favorite burger joint or drive-in and grab a milkshake. You know, think about those things that you used to do when you were a teenager that were cheap dates. That's what we're talking about. So go out after work and go to the drive-in restaurant or go to your favorite burger joint, you know, whether it's Steak and Shake or you go to the drive-in restaurant called Sonic, which we have throughout the South. I hope there's one near you because it's kind of fun. And go and have your milkshake together. Okay, Stellar is saying for those with Prime, you can rent a movie for cheap. Absolutely. You sure can. Over 50 says an at-home movie night sounds great, Gail. Awesome. You know, that's something. How much is popcorn these days? We've been buying it by this great big bag of unpopped popcorn and doing it in a great big pot. So I don't know how much like the microwave popcorn is, but we pay like $1.50 for this bag of popcorn and touch of oil and just pop it in your pot. Make sure you have a lid on it. Stellar says, also hit up the local coffee shop or bakery for a treat. Oh my stars. Yes, yes, yes. Especially, I've got to show you all. We did this not long ago. Let me see if I can get the picture up of this crazy, intense, amazing bakery. If I can find it really quick. We were in Bristol, Tennessee. I had to go there for the trial that I'm in on the vaccine. So we thought, why not make it just kind of fun? And you have got to see this photo of this place that we went just to have a little sweet treat. So there you go. And I have to tell you, whoops, there's the fireplace there. Now, is that not crazy? I wanted to get one of everything in the place instead of sharing something. And all the desserts look really big, but most of them were about that big, and the cupcakes were big. So, get something like that and share it. Absolutely. So, yeah. Oh, hey, Diamond Music. How are you? Welcome. Now, Diamond Music was on last week, so if you didn't catch that, you can go back and catch it. Neat gal, neat gal. So, hello. So yeah, Stellar, that's a great idea. Two others. One's a little more expensive than the other one. One is to go together to a petting zoo or one of those little drive-through safaris. That can be a really fun outing. Also, check your local zoo. I know that sounds crazy, but right now the zoos are half price. At least the one is in Knoxville, and I've heard of other zoos doing it. So call ahead. At the one in Knoxville, Tennessee, they call it Penguin Days. But that can make a really nice date. Diamond Music says, quote, I am the sweetest of all the cupcakes in the world. We're going to take your word for that. Also, a really fun, super inexpensive date is to go buy duck food and feed the ducks or geese at a local park. They tell you not to do bread anymore, but you can get some duck food and go feed the ducks. And sometimes the parks even have these little stands where you put your 50 cents in there or 25 cents and you get duck food. So the whole idea, though, is to just be intentional. And let's see. Stellar Piper is saying that Aldi had some sparkling lemonade, that Hubs and I had a summer patio date and enjoyed, busted out the stemware for it. There you go. You go, girl. Get that stemware out. Diamond Music is saying, gotta head out. Been busy all day. Almost time for game night. That was last on my list, Diamond Music, was to stay home and just have a game night together for Valentine's Day. So it's like you read my mind there. How cool. But yeah, thanks for coming in, and go have fun with your game night. So cool. So, a little thing for couples who are living separately right now for whatever reason. Maybe they're deployed, maybe you're at a hospital and you don't feel like you can go home because of taking COVID home, or your work has you separated, just separated for any reason. A couple of things that couples can do is get together by Zoom or Skype and have your meal together but separately. So maybe you decide that your meal that you eat is Chinese food, for example. So you would both order or pick up some Chinese food and have your face-to-face time while you're eating your meals. So you're still separate, but you can do that together. The other thing is you can do that and you can stream a movie and talk about the movie. And that's something that girlfriends can do together. Let's say you don't want to get together with your girlfriends because of COVID. But you can watch a movie together, stream a chick flick, and talk about the movie and, ooh, I love that part, or I like this part, or, whatever your favorite chick flick is. And couples who are separated can do it too. Now, maybe a couple doesn't want to do a chick flick, but that's an idea for couples, to sit down and have a movie together, or to sit down and have a chick flick, or watch a movie together, or have a meal. Granted, it's over Zoom, but it's something that you can do to connect. Also, have your Zoom call together somewhere else. Like, let's say you decide to have a Zoom call and you're both at a drive-in restaurant, for example. Let's say you're at Sonic and you're both having your Diet Cherry Limeade, which is like my favorite thing from Sonic, or you're both eating French fries and you're Zooming. So stuff like that you can do separately but together to help connect if you're separate. And let's see, Stellar is saying, getting dollar candy for each other is a great for Valentine's Day too. Yeah. I saw Godiva at the Dollar Tree about a month ago. You could take a Godiva chocolate and get one of those balloons. That would be a cheap gift, but also something that you could use on your table to decorate your table for date night. These things, they don't have to be expensive to be memorable. The whole idea is the thought behind it. The pre-planning, some of us are not good at pre-planning, but that's okay. So let's see. Or Valentine's with a girl. Ooh, I like that. And Stellar's saying that getting Dollar Tree candy for each other is great for Galentine's. So, yeah, that would be good with the girls. Also, for girls, you can do, if you can get together and you want to do like manicures for each other, face masks for each other, and just kind of treat yourselves. Put on chick flicks, stream some music, and just the girls just all get together and have a great, fun night. Guys can probably do that too. It's just, I don't know that too many guys are into makeup and nail polish. But if you are, or, if you're guys and you're single, you can go out, and if you want to get together, you can go out and rent a hunting cabin somewhere, go fishing, do guy activities to take care of yourself for Valentine's Day. So, yeah. Also, for folks who are living separately right now, the big thing is just to help connect, is to send an e-card. Also, depending on where you are, you can send each other like a little $5 card to Starbucks or to your restaurant. So whatever is near the other person. And I missed one of the date ideas for couples, and that is to go to the place where you had your first date and reminisce. So that's kind of a sweet thing to do. Also, to have a list that you can read, whether you're out on a date or at home on a date, just to help make it romantic, is draw up a list of 5 things that you love about the other person and share at your dinner, whether you're at home on the couch or out at a restaurant. So that's a cheap idea to just kind of boost your date. So what do you all think? Any other ideas that we can share for cheap dates? Go ahead and drop those in the comments. And let's see. And now we're going to shift. And we're going to talk about President's Day. Because isn't it crazy? We get Valentine's Day and President's Day. So it's like we can have this whole 3-day romantic weekend, right? Okay. And now for President's Day, I have some trivia questions, and all of these are taken from an article, Seattle Times Trivia, Surprising Facts About Each U.S. President. That's the name of it. And it was actually originally published in 2017, so this is not a new list. So y'all ready for those? Let me know. I'll start tossing out the trivia questions. So, yeah. And if you use any of those Valentine's Day date ideas that we just tossed out, please come back and let us know how it went. Come back here and drop it on the comments, okay? Oh, and I see this little sticky note that I have up here on my screen saying, don't forget to ask people to like the stream. So, okay, everybody, don't forget to like the stream, okay? And thank you all. Okay. President's Day trivia. I got 3 questions here. This is not for a prize. This is for bragging rights. So we have, who was the first president to live in the White House? Anybody got an idea? I'll give you a hint. It was not George Washington. First president to live in the White House. So who could that be? Well, I'm going to give you a minute here for lag time. Okay. Yes, it was. Stellar Piper got it. John Adams was the first to live in the White House. It was not completed yet for George Washington, so he didn't get to live in it. So that was John Adams. So good for you, Stellar Piper. Yay! Next question. Over 50 says she has no idea. That's okay. Stellar got it. Okay, so our next question is going to be, let me see, where did it go here? Okay. Franklin, true or false? Okay, so you got a 50-50 shot here. True or false? Franklin Roosevelt and his wife Eleanor were cousins. True or false? They were related. We're talking about Franklin Roosevelt and his wife Eleanor. They were or were not cousins. 50-50 shot. True or false? They were cousins, or no, they were not? Y'all, just a minute here for lag. True according to the Hubster. And he would be right. They were 5th cousins once removed. So Franklin Roosevelt and his wife Eleanor were indeed 5th cousins. So, fun fact. I don't know if that's good or bad, but at least 5th cousins is not like being a closer relative. So. Another true or false. Okay? Jimmy Carter did or did not file a UFO sighting. So either yes, Jimmy Carter filed a UFO sighting, or no, Jimmy Carter did not. And yes, over 50 says true. According to Google, they were fifth cousins. So I thought that was interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer to whether or not Jimmy Carter filed a UFO report. And the answer is yes. According to AOL.com, in September of 1973, Jimmy Carter filed formally a UFO sighting report with the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena. That was before he was President Carter. Okay, Stellar is going yes because it's weird enough to be true. And over 50 in Fantabulous says September 18, 1973. So there you go. The next one, let me go up here again. Herbert Hoover. Okay. You always want to have some private conversations when you're president, or even sometimes if you're parents, you want to have these conversations that people around you can't quite decipher easily. So, Herbert Hoover, this is true or false. Herbert Hoover spoke Australian to his wife to keep their conversations private. True or false? Herbert Hoover spoke Australian. Over 50 says, oh Lord, E.T., please do not show up at my house. I tell you what, if E.T. wants to show up at my house and clean it, he might be welcome to be here. Okay, over 50 is going to guess true. And the answer is no. Herbert Hoover spoke Chinese to his wife to keep their conversations private. Chinese. Because folks in Australia speak English. So, but I thought that was fascinating. Okay, Stellar, we won't make you share with him. But I thought that was fascinating that he would speak this Chinese to his wife, because that's not a language that we typically get to hear in the U.S. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And there's one more. And this is true or false. Bill Clinton is a Grammy winner. Bill Clinton is a Grammy winner. Yes or no? Over 50 says, LOL, I should have Googled it. I typed too slow. I understand that. So, is Bill Clinton a Grammy winner? Well, believe it or not, President Bill Clinton won the second Grammy Award of his career for his spoken word for his best-selling memoir, My Life. And that is according to today.com. I'm going to drop that link in here too. Okay. Stellar says her husband says that Hoover had business interests in China prior to becoming president. That's pretty neat. No, but I think Hillary is. Nope. Nope, he won a Grammy. 2 of them, actually. Hi, Tiffany. Welcome. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. Neat. Yes, you are. Over 50 has it right, folks. Should have been an Oscar for his acting job years ago. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. He could have done that. So, but I just thought that some of these were interesting. Another fun fact that I didn't know about George Bush. Now we're talking about George W. here. He was a head cheerleader at his high school when he was in high school. George W. Bush. Now, isn't that unusual? So, just thought I'd toss that fun fact out for the day. Or for the night, we should say. So, and again, this was taken from the Seattle Times Trivia Surprising Facts About Each U.S. President is the name of it. So if y'all want to go Bing that or Google it, that's what it is. Originally published February 17. Tell you what, I'm going to go. I'll just go ahead and toss the link down there in the chat box. Over 50 says she's going to behave because there's too many jokes in that. I hear you. I hear you. This doesn't want to let me put it in. Let's try that again. Okay. Did that show up as an actual link? I may have to shorten it. No, it's cutting it off. Okay. I'll shorten it. Let me remove these. Oh, I almost blocked myself. Okay, there we go. That would be something for the chat host to block herself, right? Let's see. So here we go. Oh, it did. The second link worked. Oh, well. Here's the short form. So if anybody wants to look it up, and I'll see about dropping that in the description box below. I should be able to do that. Let me see. I always have to stare down when I'm typing. Okay. All right. So I just added that to the description box. So there we go. So that's really all I have for tonight. I hope you all go out and have a great weekend. And if you're having a Valentine's Day with somebody else, I hope you have a great Valentine's Day. And if you choose to spend it by yourself or you have to, then I hope you have a great pampering day where you just really do something nice for yourself. You know, whether it's have your fancy glass like over 50 and I do, or just do something nice. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Be good to yourself. So thank you all for coming out. I want you to remember it is always about hashtag be bodacious. And that means you're not going to let life get in the way of living. So you all go out, have a good week, and I will see you a couple of times this week by video and Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Y'all take care, and I'll see you then. Thank you for coming. Thanks Over 50. And thanks Candy the Wee Service Dog. I'm glad it was fun. And thanks, Candy.